Check, check. All right. Now we got it. Some certain changes have been happening in my studio, but now we are back on and live. Wow. All right, my people. Let's cut that the doubling out. All right, can you guys hear me? I think we're back on live now. Can you guys hear me? All is well. All is well. All right, guys. Well, now sound is on. Okay, good. Okay, good. So where was I? So, wow, to really go over this whole thing, I didn't even know the sound was off. Guys, listen, what we're going to be getting into today is talking about the Lord and really how he can really help us throughout the midst of the storm, okay? Throughout the midst of the storm. So right now, if you guys want to go ahead and just, Santiago, you're in here, man. Share this thing out. Let's get more and more people into the community. Let's get some more and more believers in here so we can actually share this thing out and, and really get ourselves a community going. I hope you guys can actually hear me. I think we're clear sound. Okay. So, but what we're going to be talking about today, my people, is, about the Lord and how he can really bring us through the midst of the storm. Every time you go through anything, there might be some kind of anxiety that might be there. But I'm going to be going with you guys over a few different verses that'll really help you all throughout this time. Now, what I was saying before, the sound was off and everything, you guys are definitely blessed to be on this thing because I wanted to give you guys a little sneak peek of what the store is going to be looking like, the merch store on Lift Capital, once we actually hit the 10K milestone. So really quickly, so you guys could check this out, so you can see it real quick. Check this out. So a little sneak peek, you guys, you can see we have the saucer swap gear real quickly, made like a dragon chain thing. Algorand, check that out. Cool design, real cool design, right? Awesome stuff. But yeah, once we hit 10K, I think this is definitely what we're going to be showing you guys and just doing some show pieces and everything, letting you guys know certain things are actually going to be happening and all of that. As you guys already know, we're going to be making sure that everyone is actually giving a piece of the pie once we actually hit new milestones. Like we were telling you guys, what the reason why we chose the rocket is because you guys are going to be going onto the moon with us. But even if we get wealth, it's not going to be all about money. It's not going to be all about that. It's about health, wealth, and wisdom, and who can really benefit from your source code, from your source knowledge, and really receiving that. So guys, everybody that is listening, please hit the like button, of course, and really share this out so we could build this up, because really this is the real mission. Lift Capital is great. It's about resources and cryptocurrency and everything, but this is our true mission, making sure that people really know. So people over here on this side are definitely going to be taken care of, and that's exactly what we want to do. But really quickly though, guys, let's just go over a few verses really quickly. So where I was though, we were talking about Philippians 4:6, 7. So right here, do not be anxious about anything. Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. So let's break this thing down really quickly. What we're talking about is God giving you peace in the midst of the storm. So looking straightly here, you could see that the first statement the Lord is telling you is do not be anxious about anything. Now looking at that tells me that the Lord is saying there's going to be plenty of things to get anxious about. Plenty of things. You will always have that option. But he says, do not be anxious about anything, but in everything by prayer and supplication. By what? Prayer and supplication. So if you might have read this, if you know this, supplication truly means that really digging in. It's like, thank you, Lord. I know my business is blessed. I know this live is going to thrive. I know that my family has increase. I know that my future has purpose. You're seeing all of that right here, but he's telling you, do not be anxious about anything, because you understand everything that you need must come with prayer and supplication. See, if you don't have prayer, if you don't have supplication, you'll be anxious about everything. Okay, I hope that makes sense, because you understand the enemy wants you to be in a storm. Now, the Lord will allow a storm to happen, obviously, to discipline you. That's the purest form of love, right? But what the devil does, any weapon formed against you, it will not succeed. But in everything by prayer and supplication with what? Thanksgiving. So prayer, digging in. Also, the word says that you're supposed to believe that you receive when you pray. Right when you pray, believe that you receive. So when you say that you know that your business is going to thrive, that your life has a purpose, that you really have a future, that should already, that you receive it. And that should come with thanksgiving, that you already know that you have that. And then from there, you're going to thank God for it. That's thanksgiving. Let your request be made known to God. Just put it there. So once you already have it in prayer, you're asking with that, you believe you receive, you have that thanksgiving, you give him praise. And then from there, you let that request be made known, because the Lord already knows what you need, but he requires faith. He requires faith for that miracle to happen. So let your request be made known, because otherwise, let me bring you right back to the beginning. You'll be anxious about everything. Don't be anxious about anything. Once you've got that covered in everything, by prayer and supplication, come with that thanksgiving, you have your request be made known to God. And then from there, once that's complete, the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your heart and your mind in Christ Jesus. So let's just break this whole thing down. First of all, somebody comes to the door already anxious about something. The gas prices are too high, housing prices, mortgage, you're threatened, things are looking hot, you're threatened to get kicked out of your house, a lot of different situations. Firstly, the Lord tells you, do not be anxious about anything. All right. So you cut that off. He tells you that if he tells you that you shouldn't be anxious about anything, that means that you have the capacity, you have the ability to not be anxious about anything. So with that being said, then from there, you in everything, whatever the situation and circumstance, in every situation, in every circumstance, by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. With that prayer and supplication, thanksgiving combination, then Lord, I need this for my rent, this for my mortgage, this for my car payment, the resources, or to help my family, help this, do this. Make your request known to the Lord. And then from there, period, you let it be known. You have thanksgiving. You already know it's done. You let it be known to God. And then from there, the peace of God will just guard your heart. It surpasses understanding. Science can't explain the peace of God. Okay, let's just think about that. Science can't explain that. So looking right here at 4:7 though, just putting that right there. Yeah, and the peace of God, which, like I was saying, surpasses all understanding. So this was the next one here I want to show you guys. 1 Corinthians 10:13 here, that it says, no temptation has overtaken you that is not common to man. So keeping that in mind, this would be a different kind of storm. If you think about it for yourself, no temptation is overtaking you that is not common to man. That's for everyone. Okay, we're thinking about God's, really his faithfulness. But how in any kind of storm, it doesn't have to be a physical one. It could be a mental storm, a temptation or whatnot. God is faithful, and he will not let you be tempted beyond your ability. But with the temptation, he will also provide the way of escape, that you may be able to endure it. I really hope you guys are really liking this. If you guys are listening, please put the like button up. Hit the like button. Let me know that you guys are up in here. Anybody that's up in here, you guys, let it be known. Please share this thing out. We have ourselves a bit of a group here. Share it out, guys. We're going to be talking about the Lord's goodness. So right here, guys, 1 Corinthians 10:13, no temptation has overtaken you. No temptation has overtaken you that is not common to man. Meaning, if you've gone through anything, if you feel like you have guilt, if you feel guilty, if you feel shameful, if you feel like, I can't tell the Lord about that. I can't tell him this. I can't tell him that. No temptation has overtaken you that's not common to man. Everyone has gone. It's a guarantee. It is a truth that someone else has gone through that or worse. Okay, no temptation has overtaken you that's not common to man. God is faithful, and he will not let you be tempted beyond your ability. So that tells you, look in that. That means he'll allow certain things to happen. He won't allow certain things to happen. Think about that. Some of the certain stuff that you pray for, he might not, it might not be good for you. Or certain stuff that you might want might not be good for you. He's keeping that away from you for certain reasons. For if I have any fathers that are listening to this, even on the replay, certain things that you keep from your kids. Why? Because there's certain times that they need them. Can't have it now. God is faithful. So he won't allow those certain temptations beyond your ability. Those certain temptations that would destroy your life completely. He doesn't allow those things. Okay? But with the temptation that he does allow, he will also provide the way of escape that you may be able to endure it. He'll allow that temptation to come your way so that you can escape it next time. So when it happens again, you can endure it to the point, really, once you endure that temptation so long, it'll no longer be something that you really have to endure. Okay? It'll be something that you really, that you get through easily. That you get through easily and frequently. So, as well, guys, let's check out this next one I have here. Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans for welfare and not for evil, to give you a future and a hope. To give you a future and a hope. Now, a lot of people feel very anxious as soon as they wake up. People just, they have unplanned, they don't know what the day is going to be. Even if you have a job, people are bracing themselves for the worst as soon as they wake up. But what this verse is saying is, I know the plans I have for you. He didn't say that me and you know the plans that I have for you. He says, I know the plans that I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans for welfare or goodness and not for evil, to give you a future and a hope, period. Okay, period. So right there, you're seeing it. These plans for welfare, they're good. They'll always be here. But are you following Romans 8:28, right? Are you following Romans 8:28 that all things are good to those that love God and are called to his purposes? That plan, that purpose and that plan, okay, it links it right there. If I know that all good will happen for me, why? Because it's a plan for welfare. It's a plan for good. That's the thing. Who's in charge of your life? Okay? If it's you, you have a good reason to worry. You have a very good reason to worry. If you are in charge of your life, please, you cannot do this thing without God. You can't. You can't. But if God's in charge of your life, then you have a good reason to be around. So, but with that being said, that's a plan. Now, why? Look at this. Let's look further into it. Why does he have this plan? Okay, to give you a future and a hope. So already the plan is going to be giving me, I have a future, and I constantly, who's the hope of glory? Christ in me. So from there, this plan already gives me my future, my purpose, my destiny. And as well, I already have a hope in that plan. That's the thing. People make a lot of plans these days. People make a lot of plans. Women, man chooses his plans, but there's no guarantee. There's no finishing of that. Okay. Jesus is the author and finisher of our faith, in the sense that when he starts something, he finishes it. But if it's something that we start, he has no obligation to finish it. You might be on your own, may succeed, may not. Okay. But the best bet you have is to be in the hand of the Lord. Truly. So bringing you guys right here, it might be asked the question, does God really cause these storms? Does God really cause these storms? And hey, everybody that is listening, please, guys, hit the like button. We really want to share this thing out. We really want this community to grow. This is Lift Jesus. If you are new to this, this is our believers section of our cryptocurrency education side. But guys, please share this with your community. We want more believers on here. The Lord always wants to speak to his children, always. And what we want to do is provide an uplifting word of encouragement to anybody that may be feeling down. So please share this live out. But let's really address this question. Does God really cause certain storms really in our lives? And, some people, if you might be thinking, like a stubbed toe or a car accident or something like that, that could be sometimes could be seen as a storm. But what we're going to be thinking about is how the Lord really allows trials and tribulations to really come into our lives. I really want you to think of that as a discipline. All right. The word tells you that discipline is the purest form of love. Discipline. So in those times, truly, though, our faith does grow. What does the word say? That our faith, how does faith come? By hearing. And hearing what? The word of God. Hearing by the word of God. So I really do hope that all the words that I'm saying to you guys is strengthening your faith, but that you can increase, that during these times of uncertainty, that you will not be anxious for anything. Philippians 4:6, again, I got to bring it to you. Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything by prayer, supplication with thanksgiving. Let's break this down. Let's break this down one more time, okay? I'm really feeling it in my spirit. Somebody has to hear this. It's kind of like a two-piece, okay? Because you kind of have, first of all, the Lord's telling you, don't be anxious, right? Don't be anxious. Don't worry. All right. That's the thing about anxiety. You're mad, you're sad, you're frustrated about situations that haven't happened yet. And the thing about depression, you're mad, sad, frustrated about things that already happened, things in the past. So both of those things, anxiety and depression, are meant to keep you out of the now, out of the present. That's where God meets you, in the now. But he's telling you, don't be ahead of yourself. Don't be anxious about everything, but take on, in every situation, take on this two-piece. Okay, this two-piece. Right? Prayer and supplication. Prayer and supplication. So really quickly, guys, if we were to actually look just simply at to supplicate, okay? To supplicate, I want you guys to understand, and I said this earlier, supplication means to really dig in prayer, to really let the Lord know. But I want to give you guys that earnest here. I want to give you guys that real definition of what supplication really means, okay? So you guys can actually have the real site here. Look at this. Vocabulary.com gives you the definition of supplication, meaning the act of communicating with the deity, right? Okay. But really, I want you to see this. A humble request for help from someone in authority. Supplication. The word carries a sense of awe and adoration. Let's actually see it a little bit better, though. The action of asking or begging for something earnestly or humbly. So if us being children of God, here's the thing. We're not, my people, we're not adults of God. We are children of God. We will always be children of God. That's the thing. You see people taking on these cares of the world and everything, that makes no sense. We are children of God. We're not meant to be anxious for anything. We're kingdom children, kingdom led. Kings and priests, we're here for the increase, abundant life, abundant living, wow. But with that being said, though, guys, I want it to be known. I want it to be really said that prayer and supplication, just take those two things in. It's like a two-piece. Prayer and supplication with thanksgiving. Your prayer, asking earnestly with thanksgiving, you will continue to increase. So moving forward, though, to my next one, I want to show you guys is Psalms 27:4-6. Psalms 27:4-6. He says right here, one thing I ask from the Lord, this only do I seek, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to gaze on the beauty of the Lord and to seek him in his temple. Now, one thing he says he asks of the Lord, only one thing. Now, I'm sure you guys might have heard this, a few different times. Let's actually see what the Message version says here. I'm asking God for one thing and only one thing, to live with him in his house my whole life long. I'll contemplate his beauty. I'll study at his feet. Again, guys, what we're talking about here is really setting your mind only on the Lord. Okay, you really want to think we're talking and really speaking on how the Lord provides solace in the storm. All right, but one thing I want to say here is like this verse is showing you We're saying only one thing I ask: to be in your house, be in your presence. Let me see your beauty. Let me be in your presence. Let me study at your feet. Let me be humbled by you. That's the only quiet, secure place in a noisy world. The perfect gate, the perfect getaway, far from the buzz of traffic. That's what I'm saying, my people. This verse is really about turning yourself away from the depression of yesterday, the anxiety of tomorrow, and finding yourself truly in the now and seeking his presence. And that's really eternal. You are a eternal being. You are meant to be here forever. You are an eternal being. And I'm not talking about the Disney version. I'm not talking about, your Disney Eternals. No, I'm talking about you. You have been given 24/7, 365 ability over your life to control your environment. And I don't mean that as some kind of, self-help guru or anything. No, I mean that in the full-on sense. You have purpose. You have purpose. You are meant to live forever, and you can. Really, that's the thing. Really, we're not meant to die. We're supposed to be here for about 120 years, and then after that, you choose to go. All right, but you have this school of thought that you're supposed to be here till 80. No, 120, 120. So asking here in Psalms, one thing. God holds me head and shoulders above all who try to pull me down. I'm headed for his place to offer anthems that will raise the roof. Already I'm singing God's songs. I am making music to God. He holds me up. The Lord holds me up head and shoulders. That's what you need in a time of battle. That's what you need when things are getting rough. That's what you need when you don't know what's going on. Okay? That God will be here. He knows. He'll hold your hand. He'll give you peace. Whatever is happening, it doesn't matter. He already has and if you even ask yourself, well, God, where are you? This is so tough. Where are you? He's right there, watching you, testing you, seeing what you're going to do. Okay. He's a good father. He's a good father. He'll always help you. But if he allows some things to, hold some things back, it's been pretty good for you, then hold some things back. How do you react? Do you react with as a spoiled brat, just stubborn, complain? Or do you still give God glory? Do you still give him praise? Do you still worship? Do you still know that he's going to be here? Do you still stand on his word? So you have to ask yourself, I'm not here to judge you. I'm not here to, make you feel a certain way. It's between you and God. But I'm here to tell you that he will hold you up. And that's exactly what you need. Exactly what you need during a storm like this. A lot of people are seeing it. Gas prices are going up. Gas prices are getting wild. Grocery store prices are going up. Heard someone say it. The Lord heard me, allowed me to hear somebody said it, that going shopping was scary for them. And that might sound like something light, but this individual who is saying it, a little bit surprised, if you will, but God holds us. Okay. God holds us. God holds us, and he's the one who holds us, and he's the one that will allow us to stay up. All right. The next verse I want to show you guys is this: Psalms 91:2-5. All right. Psalms 91:2-5. And we're going to go over the full chapter here, but look, 91:2-1. I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress, my God in whom I trust. Let's just stay right there at verse 2. Okay, now that's I will say of the Lord. Myself will say, he is my refuge and my fortress. Not my iPhone, not my McDonald's stock, not my addiction to Pepsi, not my Dogecoin, not my Bitcoin maxis, not my Twitter. He's my refuge. He's my fortress, my God in whom I trust. Who you trust. You could trust that bologna sandwich. You could trust that piece of cheesecake at 3:00 in the morning. You could trust whatever it is that you trust. But my God in whom I trust, okay, is my refuge and my fortress. Get your own. Oh, and that's the thing about my God. He's big enough. You get it? Okay, he's your refuge and your fortress, and you ain't taking none of mine, and I'm not taking none of yours. Isn't that awesome? Isn't that great? Isn't that great that we all can be prepared All can be saved, all can be covered, and there's enough for us all, you know, surely he will save you. Surely it's no, maybe he will save you from the fowler. Surely, that when you fall, if you fall, surely he will save you from the fowler's snare. Okay, the fowler, the trapper, the enemy. When you fall, the fowler, the bird trapper, the snare that was set, and you just fell for it. Surely he will save you. You know how many things he saved you from that you didn't even know about? Do you know how many things he has saved you from that you don't even know about? He will cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you will find refuge. He will cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness will be your shield and rampart. Now, I want to see this in the Amplified. I want to give you guys this in the Amplified. Check this. Dig this. Psalms 91, excuse me. Got something there. I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress, my God. On him I lean and rely, and in him I confidently trust. For then he will deliver you from the snare of the fowler and from the deadly pestilence. So let's think about that temptation that we said earlier. He will provide a way of escape. So surely he will save you. If you're tempted, he will allow the temptation, allow it to happen so that you can endure it. But even when he does allow that temptation, which is within your ability to not be tempted, he will give you a way of escape. That he will get the glory out of all of it. Remember that next time this temptation comes. Remember, the fact that you're listening now, you're on trial. Okay? Now you have the truth. I put truth in your life. There is an enemy, there's an agent, there's a spy that really wants you not to know the truth. So from there, the next time that temptation comes, no, there is going to be a way of escape. A way of escape. So surely, right here in verse 3, we're seeing here that he will deliver you from that temptation, but also from that deadly sickness. All right? For my people that have really survived this whole pandemic, I'm sure you've seen it. There's been quite a change. I'm sure you've seen the rattling that has gone through the church. The prophets have called it for years. We can see now the rattling that has happened, that has started here. But judgment begins in the church. Judgment begins at home. Let's look at verse 4. Then he will cover you with his pinions, with his wings, and under his wings shall you trust and find refuge. Under his wings shall you trust and find refuge. His truth and his faithfulness are a shield and buckler. So let's break this down. Let's really break this down. Like I was telling you guys, under his feathers, under his wings shall you trust, under his presence. Think about the literal sense of a strong eagle, wide wingspan. Under his wings you can trust, find refuge, you're good. You can find refuge, you can trust it. This presence, I know it, I can trust it. You find refuge, his truth and his faithfulness. That's the thing a lot of people understand. A lot of people like, well, what God? What God are you talking about? What God? Oh, God's not real. What God? Oh, well, there's this God, that God. There's a bunch of gods. All of it's truth, right? His truth, his faithfulness are a shield and a buckler. Not Muhammad, not Buddha, not Hindu. His truth and his faithfulness. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Buddha ain't done a goddamn thing for me. Okay. Shiva with the Hivas and the Vishnu, I don't know. Ganesh ain't done a thing for me. All right. They're powerless, lifeless. All right. His truth, his faithfulness, they're a shield, their buckler. Guys, if you are listening, please hit the like button and share this thing out so we can really get this community going. The Lord is really wants some things to really be heard. I can see that. Verse 5, you shall not be afraid of the terror of the night, nor of the arrow. So what's that? The arrow, right? The terror of the night. First of all, you could just see that. The terror of the night, that doesn't even have to be literal. Okay? You could think of that, the terror of the night, literal, right? But think of that as well as uncertainty. Think of that as well as the uncertain future. Think of that as well as when things get bad. Think of that when there's a storm, all right? That there's a tornado warning turned into a watch, right? You shall not be afraid. You shall not be anxious of the terror of night or of the arrow. What's that? The evil plans and the slanders of the wicked that fly by day. So they're putting it there that he has you completely good throughout the whole day. You shall not be afraid at night, during basically telling you about your future, and or of the arrow that flies by day, those evil plots that are happening throughout the day. All that gossip, all that he say, she say. I'm telling you, if you're just finding out that they were talking about you, guess what? They've been talking about you the whole time, honey. Yeah. That's what they do. That's what they do. The world just out here worlding. But no, to really show you guys this one as well, I want to show you guys as a real piece. The whole chapter, Psalms 91, the whole chapter, really. I want to go over this with you guys in the KJV. I mean, this is one of my favorite chapters in the Bible. I really, really like it. It brought me really through once my mom passed on. This really kept me through a lot of times, throughout my 20s, really. So Psalms 91. We just had gotten to the second one, but let's see what we got right here from the top. He that dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. He that, so that's anybody. This is a conditional phrase. This is a conditional word here. He that dwells in the secret place of the Most High. So that means this is a nook. This is a cranny. This is a place. This is something that can only be seen or known because it's been invited in. A secret is something that's revealed. A secret is something that once you know it, you're in. The secret place, he that dwells, he dwells, you abide. What did the word say? That he that abides in me and I abide in him, we abide. We're one. We're one, and we're one with the Father. So if you're already dwelling, abiding in that secret place of what? The Most High, he, that man, shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. So dig that. That believer that is in his presence of the Most High. So I want you to see the verbiage, okay? Because if you're in the secret place of Vishnu, trust me, there are secret places of Buddhism, secret places of Taoism, secret places of McDonaldism, secret places of the Jedi. Okay, there are secret places in every single thing. In the world of fiction, there are secret places. It's just really the vanity of the mind. All right, to really put it there. But the secret place of the Most High, you have something here. Now what you do is you gain access to the shadow of the Almighty. Dig that. Let's break this down. The Holy Spirit is really unpacking this for us. You can abide under the shadow of the Almighty. So that's really giving you a piece. The Almighty means there is nothing that the Lord can't handle. Nothing. It doesn't matter if you're $1.2 billion in debt. Doesn't matter if you're this country $113 trillion in debt or whatever. All of that, that if this country were to, repent, come back to the Lord, like I said, there is no problem that the Almighty cannot fix. But speaking to you, individual, speaking to you, child of God, once you dwell in the secret place of the Most High, you gain access to the shadow of the Almighty, and that's where you want to be. So once you gain that access, you say, he is my refuge. He is my fortress, my God. In him, in him will I trust. Have you seen those people that seem to say, man, God is my refuge and my fortress. And as soon as somebody makes them mad, turn into a potty mouth, get to cussing, meaner than a junkyard dog. I mean, just a rattlesnake instantly. Now, why is that? Because maybe they were not dwelling in the secret place. They were not under his shadow. Maybe they were not already there in his presence to when that boat got to rocking, that they actually had that refuge. They actually had that peace. They actually knew that was his presence. You know, that may be, okay, maybe, because what I'm seeing here, what this word is telling me is that once you dwell in this secret place already, you gain access to this shadow of the Almighty. So that means whatever is knocking comes a knocking, the Almighty can handle it. I'm under the shadow. Under the shadow. When you're under the shadow, you're hidden. You're almost as if you are a part of the Almighty. Almost as if the enemy don't even know if you Jesus or not. Don't even know if you're Ralph or Jesus. You're under the shadow. I'm mixed up. I don't know who this is. You get what I mean? You're under the shadow. Okay, that's peace. That's income. That's joy. That's all knowing, right? Because you're under the shadow. You've gained that access. Okay? You've gained that access. Now, let's look at 3. Surely, like we said, surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. Like I said, that sickness. I mean, and really, I got to say this for the person that's listening. If you are new to this thing, of course, guys, like button, share, so we can get more and more people to this message. But the snare of the fowler, meaning the bird trapper, I want that. I've been reiterating that because think about how free moving that we see birds, how they forage all the time for their nuts and berries, how they forage all the time for certain things. You know, once those traps are set, those birds are pretty much like cooked. You know, you rarely see birds escaping out of those traps. It's what it is. It's a small, you're capturing a smaller animal. You know, you would think that the traps are set. No, they chose the snare of the fowler for a reason. Surely you will be delivered out of it. Doesn't matter if it's a crack addiction. Doesn't matter whatever it is. Porn. Doesn't matter if it's anger. Whatever it is, that snare you will be delivered. Surely. And from the sickness, and from that sickness, 1,000 may fall at your left, 10,000 at your right, but that pestilence shall not come near you. Why? Because you've gained access to the shadow of the Almighty. It passes over you. It passes over you. Yes, it might hit some other people. You're in the world, but you're not of it. Okay? It's happening. The word tells you you're going to have travail. You're going to see some things, but it won't crush you. Things will happen left, right, up and down, but you're not going to get crushed. So he said, he shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shall you trust. His faithfulness shall be your shield and your buckler. Let me tell you guys something. You know, even if things get anxious for you, even if you feel like, you know, there might be some kind of anxiety that might be happening, even if you feel like, you know, things are a little too hot, you know, oh, well, God, why is this happening? You know, he'll allow those things to happen so that you be adjusted, yet you're taken care of. Isn't that something? You can look to the left and your right, and your neighbor who just might not be covered has to deal with these adjustments, and they don't have a shield. They don't have a buckler. Okay? They're taking those hits and they're taking them hard, and they're rolling, you know, they're not exactly rolling with the punches. Why? They may not be dwelling in the secret place of the Most High, gaining access to the shadow of the Almighty. I said it earlier. There are plenty of secret places everywhere. Secret places of Buddhism, secret places of Hinduism, secret places at McDonald's. People get addicted over it. Disney Plus, streaming. But only the Most High can provide that protection. So, thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flies by day, nor for the pestilence that walks in the darkness, nor for the destruction that wastes at noonday. That's just breaking it all down for you. Just starting it off. If you want to go by it like the first day starts at night, right? Terror by day. Like I told you guys, no anxiety for your future, no shame, no guilt, no doubt. All right? nor for that arrow. None of those plottings. None of that plotting, that arrow. This is by day when you go to work. Okay. And sister such and such is just always on your nerves. Such and such, always backbiting. Your team lead. And then there's that one person on your team that just wants to destroy morale just because. Okay. You shall not be afraid. Why? Because you dwell in the secret place of who? The Most High. Most High. I was, to be honest with you guys, I was really just thanking the Lord earlier today, because there's a lot of spirits. Okay. There's a lot of spirits out there, but we serve the Most High. We won. We're good. He's the way, the truth, and the life. Meaning nobody can lie to you. Nobody can set you astray, and nobody can kill you. The Most High. Don't you could see that there's a world that's lost and going to hell, lost, sick, and dying. Why? Because they're dwelling in the secret place of Discord, dwelling in the secret place of YouTube, and there's nothing wrong with these platforms, but really, I take that back about the platforms. It's really about these, how might you say, these, wow, like I said, the secret places, man, Buddhism, meditation, self-help. Self-centeredness, selfishness, the secret place of selfishness. Guys, man, the Lord is good. So let's look at this. Those evil plots, that gossiping, the sickness that walks in the darkness, the destruction that walks during the noonday, the destruction. Guys, it's common. The destruction that wastes at noonday, it's common every day. And I don't say this to scare you, because there's more good in the world than evil. But every day, there is destruction that's happening. Destruction is common. Success is much more common. But for the destruction that happens every single day, you shall not be afraid. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come near you. Okay? Not no jab. I'm not going to get political and everything. But right here, you can stand on this word. Okay? You can stand on this word. The devil is a liar and a bluffer. All right? A whole bluffer. If you got you a little hot chew, a little nose something, our bodies react. Okay? Excuse me for that one. But our bodies react. All right? 1,000 shall fall at thy side, 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come near you. You shall not be afraid. Why? Because of his love and his faithfulness. His love, his truth, his kindness is a shield to you. That's the thing, believer. It's a shield for you. Okay? Your faith is a relief. It's not a risk. It is not a risk. Your faith is a relief. And if you have somebody that's in your corner that's a two with you, what does the word say? That when two are gathered in my name, I shall be in the midst. So if you have somebody that's believing with you, and trust me, if you're listening, I am your two. I am believing with you for what it is. I am not in competition with anyone. I am here in cooperation. Okay? So 1,000 shall fall. And think about that. That means you're going to see it. That's what, look, 1,000 shall fall. It will happen. Okay? And 10,000 at thy right hand. Okay? And to let you guys know a little something about biblical, the right hand, the right side, that's how you declare your authority. That's how you see people, in church. That's why they have their hands in submission. That's you giving your authority. 10,000 at thy right hand. It shall happen. But that's what this but does. But erases everything before. But it shall not come near thee. Why? Only with thine eyes shall thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. Only with your eyes shall you behold and see the reward of the wicked. Okay, and dig that. So a lot of people, there's a reason why you have both of those together. Okay, because me and you both know, and you see it over and over, the themes in movies. What is the reward of the wicked? They play it over and over. You don't see it that often anymore. Me, myself, growing up, that was a recurring theme, is that evil loses. Reward of the wicked is death. The wages of sin is death. You have the bad guy. He gets his little, thinks he has his reward. Good guy comes in, kicks his butt. Wickedness, done. The reward of wickedness is death. You're a loser. You're done. You're wicked. You're done. Now these days you have these things called anti-heroes, which are just like, bad villains, which are playing, it's sick and twisted, the kind of perception they're putting out there. But anyway, but look, only with thine eyes shall you see the reward of the wicked. Only with your eyes, not with your skin. Okay. Not going to cost you an arm and a leg to see the reward of the wicked. Only with your eyes as you are staying in that secret place. Why is it that I'm not crushed, Ted? Why is it that I'm not overwhelmed? Why? Because of his love, his faithfulness is being a shield, but as well because you have dwelled in the secret place of the Most High. That gains you access to be under the shadow of the Almighty. That comes with so many benefits. So many benefits. So many benefits. 1,000 is going to fall. 10,000 at the other hand. But it will not come near me. Only with thine eyes shall thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. Because thou hast made the Lord my refuge, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come near thy dwelling. Look at that. Break that down. Okay. Look, and for real, guys, anybody listening, bless everybody that is watching, everybody that's here. Please, of course, share this out so we can have people know this. All right. But look at this. Because thou hast made the Lord your refuge, the Most High. What do we say? He who dwells in the secret place of what? The Most High. Okay, the Most High. So right here, guys, even the Most High, thy habitation, now there shall be no evil that'll befall thee. Boom. It's almost like a math equation. Okay, you make the Lord your refuge. You gain that access. You dwell in the secret place of the Most High. Dwelling, habitation, dwelling. I abide here. I sleep, I eat, I think, I'm comfortable. I abide here. This is my habitat now. I'm used to this. This is where I need. This is my climate now. The Most High, this is where I need to be. If I'm not here, I'm out of my habitat. I'm out of my comfort zone. I need to get into the presence of the Lord. You've made the Most High your habitation. So now because you've made that happen, there shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. You can stand on that. Okay. Not to get political, but, Dr. such and such, you don't stand on man's word. Okay. You just because the news is saying this and that and the other. No, you stand on this. This is standing on rock. Okay. You make the Lord your refuge. You make the Most High your habitation. Then from there, no evil shall befall you. If you want to doubt the word, if you want to allow your faith, it says that, but you still got to watch out for them. You still got to watch out. You could still do that. You could still, this could still happen, blah, blah, blah. There's still this evil that can say, hold up. This word tells me that no evil, not some evil. There shall be some evil. No. That says no evil shall befall thee. Neither shall any plague come even near your dwelling. That means the people around you that's in your house are blessed. Because you've solved this, okay, 1 + 2 = no evil, right? From there, you can guarantee it. That's the thing, my people. The reason why I love the word so much and the reason why we love God so much is because he loved us first. But this is a guarantee. Like we talk over on the crypto side, man, we're not here wasting our time. Okay? We're not here wasting our time. We're about what the Lord wants. We're here for the Father's business. Okay? So I'm putting that out there. 1, you make the Lord your refuge. That means, okay, I make the Lord my refuge. That means my job is not my source. That means that whatever external manifestation of this reality is not my refuge. I don't trust anything outside of the Lord. From there, you've made him your refuge. Nothing outside from the Lord will protect me, keep me safe, anything. He's my refuge. Refuge refuge is a warm blanket in the middle of a snowstorm. Refuge is a warm cup of soup. You know what I mean? Being outside for 30, 40, 45 minutes in a blizzard. I mean, you come into a warm bowl of soup, a warm blanket, and some love. That's refuge. Refuge. So there, you make Lord your refuge. Number 2, you make the Most High. You dwell in that secret place. His presence. Knowing him, making that relationship personal, way more than just God on Sunday, church on Sunday. You need God every day. You start the day with God. You go to sleep with God. You're always talking with him about everything. You're acknowledging him about everything. He knows all of your thoughts. He's in your head all the time. That's your habitation. 1 + 2. I'm telling y'all, it's right here. If you don't want anything bad to happen to you, listen to what I'm saying. You make the Lord your refuge. Make the Most High your habitation. 3rd thing, no evil shall befall you. Why? Because he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways. All thy ways. Okay? So keep that in mind. What is it saying? Let's connect them all. 9, 10, and 11. Keep it all in mind. I've made the Lord my refuge. I've made the Most High my habitation. I'm seeing now that these angels are encamped about me, protecting me. They've been giving charge over me. Charge means they've been commanded to stay over him. Stay over this one. Keep this one in all their ways. They're going to sleep. They're going to the bathroom, almost like Secret Service. Looks like you got Secret Service too. The whole thing about the Secret Service here and the president and everything is a manifestation of really what we have on the spiritual realm. It's so the Lord can really show what we have. We're presidential as well. Okay? It's not really wasn't done in mockery, but that's what we have. Those Secret Service agents have charge over them to keep them in all their ways. Guys, you understand and know there's different kinds of angels as well. Warring angels, angels to assist, healing angels. And you don't worship your angels. You could pray to angels and whatnot, but really it's not about giving them more for you. They're not your refuge. Okay? They're not your rock. They're here to assist you. They're ministering spirits. Okay? But we have place over them. They're here to serve us. What shall they do? Thou shalt bear thee up in their hands, lest you dash your foot against a stone. In the sense of this, and we don't tempt God. Okay, I'm sure you've noticed that since you've been saved, from my people that from my believers that are really following the Lord and everything, even you can't allow your freedom to be a source of temptation. You can't allow your freedom to allow you to do whatever you want, just to do anything you want, to allow yourself to sin, to be an excuse to sin. All right. But even in that grace, even during all those times, even if you're going through a bad neighborhood and it's the enemy's assignment to take you out, those angels shall bear you up. And if you've gone through a sticky situation, a miracle situation, you weren't even supposed to be there and you know you wasn't supposed to be there, and something went down and you still were able to escape. Those angels kept you. They made sure, even if you dashed your foot against a stone, so many situations that you came out perfect. You came out unscathed. Okay? Guys, if you are in here, Faith and Finance, appreciate you being in here. Faith and Finance, praise the Most High, Lord, allow me to find your channel. Right on, guys. If you guys are in here, whoever is in here, please hit the like button. Share this out. Of course, we want more and more people up in here as we're, expanding this out. But really, and please hit the like button, of course. Now, let's look on here. So, thou shalt tread, right here. So, thou shalt tread upon the lion and the adder, the young lion and the dragon shalt thou trample underfoot. So keep that in mind. The lion and the adder. So an adder is another word for a snake. Okay. Now he says here, the young lion and the dragon shalt thou trample underfoot. Now I've seen interpretations of this verse meaning certain things. All right. Think about this. The reason why they interchangeably use lion and snake and then young lion and dragon. So really right here, what I want to really bring you guys into mind and what you might not have heard before is that what they mean right here is two mindsets. That you have the lion representing your younger mind and the kind of like the bestial personality side, and then the snake. So you shall tread, you will tread over the ignorance of your youth and during the deceptive times of your later years. All right. And basically the young lion and the dragon shalt thou trample under feet, meaning the young lion when you're aggressive, taking any kind of risk, doing whatever you want, arrogant young lion. And then the dragon is representing those deceptive later years. You shall trample those under your foot. Basically saying when you have the Most High, you're not out here acting like an old fool. You're not out here acting like a young dummy. You actually have those thoughts, those impulses. You can trample those under your foot. All of those things, they will not even come to you. You will be able to tread upon them. You'll have full on victory. Why? Because you've kept the secret place of the Most High. So that's telling me that all these other secret places, I'm going to be a part of the reward of the wicked. I'm not going to be having him as my refuge. I'm going to be choosing lesser things. Lesser things will be my refuge. You see what I mean? If you're in the middle of a snowstorm, keep that in mind. Like life is like that. You're in the middle of a snowstorm, right? And you have these two options. You can either go towards this brick building, love, warm cot and everything like that. But of course it comes with discipline. Of course it comes with the set. Or you can go over here and you can easily whatever you want, but it's a shack. It looks like it's going to get blown down. It's cold, but I don't have to do anything. I'll just be out of the snow. That's basically what it is. So when you have the habitation of the Most High, you could trample on that shack. Okay, because that's really what all that is. All these temporary temporal temptations that don't mean anything, right? We can trample under those things. So because he has set his love upon me, therefore will I deliver him. I will set him on high because he has known my name. Look at that. Because he has set his love upon me. This is Jesus. Therefore will I deliver him. So look at that. Whenever you see therefore, know what it's there for. His love. Okay. Look, so, okay, check this. When you set your affection on the Lord and make him your refuge, of course, you're going to put your love there upon him, right? You've made him your refuge. You've set your love upon him. Because you've set that love upon him, the Lord says, therefore, that love that's there, I will deliver you. Okay? It's this verse, this chapter is chock full. That's why I love it so much. It's because it's full of so much protection. It's full of so much protection. Because you have set your love upon me. Think about this. The chair that you might be sitting in or the couch you might be laying on, believe it or not, you've set your love upon it. Why? Because you're trusting it. You could think of it in a sense like that. You're trusting it. You're allowing a part of you to really trust this thing. So because he has set his love upon me, his love for me and as a refuge, that love is there. I will deliver him. If there is anything that you're going through, set your love on the Lord. Make him a refuge. You'll be delivered. Therefore, I will deliver him. Look at what else he'll do. I will set him on high because he knows my name. It's a guarantee. If you're starting a new business, if you're starting something new, how is it that you can get to the top? How is it that you can actually get somewhere? Because you know the name of Jesus right there. You've set your love on him. You've made him your refuge. You'll be delivered out of whatever it is that you're going through, out of every situation and circumstance. You've set your love upon Jesus, and then from there you'll be delivered. And then it comes with bonuses. It comes with extra perks. If you want to actually be ahead in life, you actually know the name of Jesus. You'll be set on high. And here's another thing. It doesn't say McDonald's will set you on high, or Jeffrey will set you on high, or your coworker will set you on high. I will set him on high. Jesus will set you on high. He shall call upon me and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind as you're trampling these mindsets, as you're trampling the young lion and the dragon, as you're just all starring, just swinging the sword of the Spirit, as you're trampling. Okay, you're setting your love on the Lord. You're making him your refuge. He's delivering you out of everything. He sets you on high because you know his name. But you shall call upon him. Okay, that's the thing. A lot of people just get set on high. They get to where they get because they know his name and then they forget it. They get amnesia. They forget, you know. That's the thing, my people. You want to keep the resolve. You want to keep this character. You want to keep this being a personal relationship that is just known in the best form, way, and fashion because he knows you. You know his name. You know his name. He shall call upon him and he shall call upon me and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. You'll still have trouble. Oh, you'll still have trouble, but he's there with you. You will call upon me and I will answer you. I will be with him in trouble. That's what I'm showing you guys. You will have trouble. Okay. And I will deliver him and honor him. Okay. It's like there. So if you believe that, oh, well, I'm a child of God, I shouldn't be going through no trouble. Fret not, my friend. Fret not. Okay. Because once you set your love upon the Lord, once you make him your refuge, truly from there, he will set you on high. With long life will I satisfy him and show him my salvation. So, man, if you're sitting, with long life will I satisfy him. You can stand on that word, child of God. You can stand on that word. With long life I am satisfied with, okay? And I know God's great protection. The Lord gives us this. He gives us these things, my people. He truly, truly does. He gives us these things. Guys, I appreciate you guys being up in here for real. I'm actually going to go ahead and wrap this one on up. God bless everybody that has been listening to this, guys. Seriously, everybody that if you guys are on here, continue to stay tuned for more that we have over here. Most likely we're going to be getting into maybe more Jesus calling devotions, but I like these streams. If you guys like these and everything, please let us know in the comments, as well share this out. Let's actually really get a Lift Jesus community going because I like this. Really, I want to see more engagement over here on this side. And then, of course, regardless, it doesn't need engagement. This is just what we do. But all right, guys, I'm going to wrap this one on up. I'll holler at you later. Till next time. Peace.